happy Monday to you. Let's talk your national forecast, and it's especially a happy Monday if you're in Western Canada where we're getting these nicer temperatures. Meanwhile, in the east, not so much. In fact, we saw some rainfall in Halifax over the weekend, and some snow appears to be on the way as we look into the work week. You don't have to wait too long for that to arrive. And we'll take a look here in Port Stanley, Ontario. I hope you enjoyed the sort of decent conditions over the weekend because, yeah, it's about to take a temperature dip early in the week. Let's take a look at our national temperature pattern. As you can see, in the east, we have some cold Arctic air in the mix. Meanwhile, nice warm conditions have surged into parts of Western Canada, and that temperature pattern is going to be pretty consistent throughout the week. We're already seeing a high of 22 degrees for Medicine Hat. Warmer temperatures will gradually make their way further east as the week goes along. But for British Columbia, a wet pattern for our today into tomorrow. Things look to be drying out Wednesday and Thursday, but here's a look at all the way through early on Wednesday, some of that rainfall in the forecast, and yeah, could get some decent amounts in the Vancouver area. Now at the higher elevations, a bit of snowfall is forecast as well. And for Vancouver, as I mentioned, things kind of drying out for Wednesday. Might actually see a return of that rainfall Thursday and maybe some lighter amounts of precipitation heading into the weekend. Now for the prairies, precipitation wise, we do have some isolated pockets of rainfall kind of moving alongside this low pressure system, but the bigger story for the prairies are temperatures. Take a look here as we have some gusty conditions in southern areas, but that's really going to kind of be overshadowed by some of these nice conditions. We mentioned the 22-degree high in Medicine Hat for today. Not really seeing much of that warmth spread into Saskatchewan and Manitoba quite yet, but as the week goes along, that will certainly arrive. And as you can see, Winnipeg in the green line here, it's going to take a little bit before we really spike up in those temperatures, getting around the neighborhood of 15 degrees. Take a look here, late week for Winnipeg, 14 on Friday, 17 by Saturday. So good things come to those who wait. That certainly is the case there for our temperatures. Meanwhile, the east, as I mentioned off the top, it's a cooler pattern. It's been a chilly start to April, and that looks to continue. And why not bring some snowfall along with that as well? You can see Sudbury, the Nickel Belt region, really feeling that. Maybe some scattered showers in southern parts of Ontario, and that snowfall may continue for parts of Ontario and Quebec into the day tomorrow, especially earlier on. Here's a look at that snowfall, up to 25 centimeters in the Sudbury area. When all is said and done, not really seeing the snowflakes flying in southern areas, and some gusty winds, and this will be significant because the strong winds continuing into tomorrow are going to have quite the impact on our wind chill values. Tomorrow, -1 in Toronto, feeling like -8, so certainly a cooler pattern into Quebec. Here's a look at some of that snowfall. Areas could get up to 10 centimeters just a bit north of Montreal, or even for Montreal, so we're watching that. 10 centimeters, also a very common snowfall amount across the Maritimes. And for today, not seeing a whole lot of action, but as we get late afternoon and evening, starting to see some snow push in. And yes, with these cooler temperatures, we're seeing snow, and then we could have widespread flurries for the Maritimes as we take a look into tomorrow morning and afternoon, and even Newfoundland getting in on some of the wintry precipitation as we look ahead into tomorrow.